So when we talk about foundational model, we are going back to that idea that we talked about in the first video of large language models. So there's lots of AI tools out there, right? And if you follow Twitter or Instagram, you'll see thousands more released every day. What you really need to know, though, is about the core foundational models, the large language models that are available to the world, because almost all of these AI tools are just running on top of or taking advantage of these large language models. So if you understand how to use the large language models directly, that's kind of the most powerful and easiest way to get used to AI, and then you could try out different tools on top of it. So we want to introduce you to 3 commonly used tools. These are not the only large language models. They are just the most able and most accessible right now, but there are plenty of other ones coming along the line. So we won't be talking about Anthropic's Claude, which is a very good model. We won't be talking about the open source AI models that are out there because we just want to focus on a few for this particular talk. But by the time you watch this video, there may be others, or those models may be the ones you want to use. They all operate in fairly similar ways.
When we think about AI large language models, we tend to think about OpenAI's ChatGPT. There are 2 models to choose from with OpenAI. One is 3.5, the original model, and that is free right now. And the other is 4.0. Neither of these models at present are connected to the internet. To prompt or give it an instruction or direction, you type right into the bar. And we're going to talk a lot more about how to prompt depending on what you're trying to accomplish in upcoming videos.
So those 2 models, GPT 3.5 and the more powerful GPT-4, are not just available through ChatGPT. They're also available through other sources. So lots of companies use an API, a connection, to talk directly to these models. And the model is actually doing all the AI work, and they're just kind of a surface layer on top of that. The most deeply integrated and easiest way to access GPT-4 other than through ChatGPT is actually to use Microsoft's Bing chatbot. And Bing has 3 different modes you can pick from: a precise mode, a balanced mode, and a creative mode. And they're constantly tweaking these things. But right now, the creative mode and the precise mode both use GPT-4, the most powerful model. Balanced mode does not. So I would recommend generally staying with creative mode when you're using these systems, and all the prompts we're going to give you expect you to use creative mode. The big advantage of Bing compared to these other models is that it's connected to the internet, which is very useful. It can actually read and work with documents under some circumstances, which is quite useful. And it also can create images, which we'll talk more about later. So these are all things that Bing can do that ChatGPT cannot, although all those capabilities are coming to ChatGPT soon. And by the time you watch this, they may be happening. But Bing is a free, accessible way available in 169 countries to get access to the more advanced GPT-4 model. The final foundational model that we want to talk about is Google's Bard. Now, Bard actually has many foundational models that they've been putting underneath it. So right now it's using the Palm 2 model. Prior to that, I was using Palm 1. But you don't have to really know which model's under the system. Bard allows you to directly connect to another powerful foundational AI model. Now, as of the time we're recording this, Bard is less able than ChatGPT-4 or Bing, but that is improving rapidly, and at some point soon, it may be as good or even better than these other models. It works a little bit differently, and some of the prompts that we're going to give you may not work as well with Bard as that they do in ChatGPT, but you'll get to experiment and work with them, and the advantage of Bard is it's free, freely accessible, connected to the internet, and very fast compared to some of the other AI models that are out there.